Okay, Ono's O-Soto-Gari Part 2, combination. The main combination that pretty much every O-Soto-Gari fighter who uses this variation uses is O-Soto to ko-soto. The main problem of this O-Soto-Gari is that he has a little bit more time, and when I go in here, he can defend by taking a step back with that leg. Now he's in a stable position again, and if we try the O-Soto against O-Soto game now, I'm going to lose, most likely, because his position is now better. As well, he can turn in and do something like a Haragoshi. Very bad for me. So if that happens, don't keep going for the O-Soto-Gari. Instead, when I go in here and I feel him doing putting his foot back, now I want to attack this leg. My right leg stays on the ground, and I use this leg to do ko-soto-gari over there. Personally, I like to change my grip when I do that and go in here, but it also works when you stay on the arm. You can vary this a bit. As I said, the ko-soto is the most common variation of this. Some people prefer to just go for foot against foot and then push him over there. Some people like to do it as kind of a Taniotoshi. So I go in and go all the way down. And I'm sure there are more variations you can do. The main thing to keep in mind is, if you go in here, start doing this, and he takes that step, don't go for the O-Soto-Gari anymore. It's very, very risky. It's most likely not going to work. You're going to lose. This is now the leg you have to attack, whichever way you want. But attack over here, no longer here. And that's what Ono uses quite frequently. For example, he defeated Nakaya in his World Championship final, among others with this throw. Have fun!
Okay, the first example, Ono against Nakaya in the World Championship final. It's going to start off with a regular O-Soto the way I've been showing it. So he's going to put this leg, in this case, back because he's again quite far off to the side. He's going to put it here and then hook in his attack leg behind Nakaya's knee and put the foot down on the ground. So far, so good. He's in the regular position. So far he's going to keep going with the O-Soto-Gari. So he's going to put his support leg forward to about here. And he's going to close in on the distance up here. But Nakaya, he's going to use this foot to block the attack. So he's going to take this foot back to about here. Ono brought his leg up a little bit while stepping forward. That's just a variation. But now we are more in the position where the O-Soto-Gari would usually just be thrown. The support leg is forward, the attacking leg is hooked in, and there's much less distance up here between the upper bodies. The direction of the throw would now be more or less directly towards the camera, but this leg of Nakaya is in the way. And it's pretty much impossible to throw him over that. Also, because Nakaya can use this foot now to push himself off against the ground, he can lean forward a bit, making it even more difficult. So, attempting to keep going with the O-Soto-Gari would not work. What Ono does instead is he puts this foot firmly on the ground. This becomes his new support leg, and he uses this leg to attack the back leg of Nakaya. Nakaya was still trying to avoid and defend against the O-Soto-Gari, so he was focused on getting this foot out. But by now that was not what was being attacked anyway, so Ono doesn't really care. Instead, he's hooking into this leg here. He's hooking up quite high. As I said, there are many variations you can do. You can hook down here, you can make a foot sweep against this, you can go for Tani Otoshi. A lot of things worked. Ono just does this. And now the direction of the throw is more or less the same. It goes a little bit off to the side, but it's still mainly the same direction. And there's the score. Now we have the same thing from the opposite side. Same attack. Standard for that variation of O-Soto-Gari. Can again see the big gap between them. And Nakaya starting to take this leg back just as Ono is putting his support leg forward. Now here you can see Nakaya is very focused on getting this leg out. All his weight is on this leg. Now Ono has put all of his weight on this leg, the leg that he used to attack with. And now he switches his what used to be his support leg is now going to attack over here. And the whole thing ends smoothly. And the whole thing once more smoothly. So O-Soto attack, Nakaya evades, and switch to the ko-soto-gari. Or gari, or whatever you want to call that. The ko-soto. And here we have the second example, this time by Pavia. And she starts off with the same O-Soto-Gari. This is her support leg, it stays where it is. And this is her attack leg, she's already starting it. And she's going to hook in behind the knee. And her opponent is already feeling the O-Soto-Gari and she's starting to move back with this leg. And takes a step to about here. Now, Pavia is leaning forward, and she'll start to slide this foot forward into the position here. But because she can already see and feel this leg being here and blocking the O-Soto-Gari, she goes through to the ko-soto in one swift motion. So this foot is now her support leg, and this one goes forward in a circle, and she hooks in behind this leg. And there's the ko-soto. Now we have the same thing, only the legs. So here you can see the hooking in for the O-Soto. Foot goes down on the ground. Support leg starts to come forward, but her opponent is blocking back here. So this foot goes through in one motion into the back leg. And that is O-Soto to ko-soto. Have a lot of fun with this.